Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to this video. My name is Chris. I'm a creative entrepreneur, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the power of self-expression and all that it'll bring to you to essentially help you be successful. So let's get started. Number one, what is creative expression? And when I see this, I was actually watching the Grammys the other day, and I was like, this makes so much sense. Like, the people who are winning the Grammys are so expressive with their creativity. In a sense, they're like really freaking odd, right? And I can't even name some of the artists because I really haven't followed music that well lately. But in watching the Grammys, I was like, these people are so creative. A good person that comes to mind here is Machine Gun Kelly. Like, this guy literally tattooed his whole body, and his art, his music is so emotional, but he expresses himself to such a vulnerable and powerful degree that you understand him, you relate to him, and you want to connect with him because you feel that he understands you. And that's one of the greatest powers in creatively expressing yourself. And to creatively express yourself, the key here is vulnerability, to essentially put out to the world exactly who you are and what you love, because that will bring you some of the biggest gifts in your life. Because instead of trying to chase people to be a part of whatever you're building or wanting to create or wanting to essentially aggregate, what it does is it starts attracting people to you. And I've seen success with this with even some of my own brands, and like just putting out there what I'm trying to create and expressing myself to a degree that other people are like, man, this is cool. Thank you for saying this. I want to be a part of this. How can I help? And I'm like, I didn't even have to ask, which is, I say, one of the truest gifts of this is by creatively expressing yourself, you're going to endlessly attract all these people in who want to be a part of it. And then it's up to you to discern, are these people a part of what I'm building? Do they have the skills that I need? And if you guys haven't seen that video about visionaries and builders, essentially, like, if you're a visionary and you're attracting other visionaries, that could, you might not be what you want to attract, but you might want to attract some builders and see if they're able to help you build the vision. You know, another benefit of creatively expressing, I think this one is one of the hidden ones, is like it frees up all that clogged energy and emotion. Because one of my beliefs here is like humans are compression devices. We experience things and we compress that experience and then we push it down in our bodies. And if this builds up over time, our creativity, especially if you're a creative entrepreneur or somebody creative, like, it gets stuck. And the only way to unstuck that energy is to create with it and to express it and to share it with people. And a tendency that I see with myself and other artists is like, we have to go through these experiences, and as they build up, we start to kind of get heavy with them, but then we really sit with it. We understand it, and we're like, dang, this is a problem in my life, or this is something that keeps reappearing, and this is something that I feel I need to express. And when you get that call, by simply expressing it, getting creative with it, and not, I mean by this too, I don't mean like playing like the pity or like the victim, but figuring out a way to express it, to create better in the world or more positivity in the world from maybe what can be seemed as like a hard or a challenging experience. And this was something, I had a little bit of issues in early on in entrepreneurship, because I was like, how do I express that? I don't want to be the victim. I don't want self-pity, but I really want to put this out there. And it was really hard to essentially figure out ways to share it. But once I started sharing it, oh my gosh, it essentially made me feel seen. It made me feel heard. It made me feel valued. It made, with other people even like sharing some stuff that I've been through and I was creatively expressing in different ways, they're like, dude, I so relate to that. Like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for creating that. And it's one of the best feelings as a creative, because you're kind of like, the reason we don't express ourselves or we don't have that creative self-expression is like one time in our life, probably when we were a little kid, we creatively expressed ourselves and we were so open and so happy and we wanted to share it with everybody, and they were like, you're weird. Like, I'm sure a kid on the playground probably called you weird or something, and it wasn't to like make you not feel it. It was just different to them. Like, they didn't get it. They're maybe sucked at expressing themselves. And a lot of times too, I think people who don't express themselves feel odd or vulnerable. When people express themselves truly and vulnerably, that it might feel off, but you shouldn't take that person's advice. That person just might not know how to express themselves, and by triggering them, not on purpose, but by simply being yourself, you're going to start opening the door to their self-expression. But overall, guys, self-expression is probably one of the most valuable tools. Not only will it attract people into your lives, not only will it free up your energy and make you feel better, But overall, by creatively expressing yourself, you're going to be more in alignment with yourself, your authenticity, which is the platform to build the perfect foundation of whatever you're creating on. And that creation will excel and be successful by simply just being yourself and expressing whatever you want to with the world, no matter how it's received. Just continually do your thing, and before you know it, you'll find your tribe, your community, and your calling. Peace out. Have a good day.